Hey guys, it's Graham Elwood with the Political Vigilante. Want to give you an update on Standing Rock as of this is being recorded Friday, February 24th. So yesterday, the Thursday, February 23rd, was the governor of North Dakota saying that he's going to clear out the camps. And apparently he did. I'm going off of, so truthdig.com had David Kaufman at the camp, and he does a live blog. And I'll put a link below in the show notes of his full blog, like play by play. And also there was some live streaming from BuzzFeed, and Unicorn Riot was live streaming. And you'll see the whole stream of live blog posts and video posts as they cleared out the camp. So it was the Aseti-Sakowin camp, which I talked about last week. And apparently there was 45 arrested during Thursday's raids. North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum said the remaining 25 to 50 protesters holding out at Aseti-Sakowin camp can leave without being arrested. Those who refuse will be arrested. So I don't know exactly what happened. CNN reported that only 10 people were arrested. The 45 people arrested, that came from the Lakota Law Project, and they report that numerous reporters were not being recognized as official press and were not being allowed in there. Even tribal police were not allowing people to go in there, according to David Kaufman. So so basically they got ran off, and people set the camp on fire, and apparently it's being cleared out. I don't want any of you to view this as a loss. There was a small victory when Obama stopped it in like late November, early December. And this Standing Rock protest was unbelievable. And anyone that participated in it, my hat's off to you that you're trying to protect water. I think now the fight has just begun, because the symbolic and physical protest of physically blocking the pipeline, now we have to go to the courts. So, because this thing, if you go to the Lakota Law Project, they have a Twitter handle. I would suggest following it. They were told, this is your last warning to leave. And it's U.S. federal government law enforcement to Native Americans on treaty land. This is hard to look at. It's like, really, it's 2017 and federal cops are pulling Native Americans off of their own land. It's disturbing beyond belief. And while this was going on, there's some people who are in the Iowa governor's office demonstrating, sitting there protesting, demanding that the state of Iowa divest in Wells Fargo. And I think this is really the next step, is now we got to go to the courts and we got to go to the money. So because the previous White House barely cared about Standing Rock, and this White House clearly does not care at all. So now it's time to really show them what it's all about. And certain cities have divested from Wells Fargo, and states need to. So you need to petition all of your lawmakers, because it's hard to see this, that, people getting the shit beat out of them by cops, and this is Native American land. They were given in a treaty from, over 100 some years ago. And now, and God, whatever, it could contaminate all of our water. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's offensive and it's stupid. So you got to fight them hard. You got to pull your money out of Wells Fargo. As I said, go to defunddapple.org. And as I said in the last video about Chris Hedges' suggestion, if it's going to just take nonviolent protest and non-participation, non-cooperation, we have to just sit and say no. And one of the ways to do that is hit them with money, because all they care about is money. This whole pipeline is about money. It's all the Trump cares about is money. Looks like large sections of the Democratic Party only care about money. So divest, defund and go to your town hall meetings. Petition your local municipalities, your schools, your businesses, anybody. Find out where their money is. Find out if they're just doing their banking. If your local school or a company you work for, even if it's a company of 5 people, are they doing banking at Wells Fargo? As I said, I'm pulling my IRA out of there, and I want to pull my business accounts out of Wells Fargo. My business accounts are still at Wells Fargo, but I'm looking for other credit unions and non-for-profit banks to do my business banking. And that'll be probably a process. And when I finally find the right one that can handle the accounts that I need, I'll walk you through that process. It might take like a month of having both accounts, is the more I think about it. But that's one thing we all have to do, you guys. And also stop using oil. Leave your car at home. Take the ride the bus. That'll add up, man. Less people using oil. It'll add up. So go to defundapple.org and stand with Standing Rock. We all need to, because look what they could do. They could do that to any of us. Your house, a park where your kids play, any of that. If they think there's oil there or they can run a pipeline across it, they will. Look what they'll do, and they'll just send cops. So we have to fight them financially and legally. Like it, read the full article below, and hit the subscribe button, and share this with friends if you enjoy what I'm doing. And also do the Patreon. The link to my Patreon page is below, because if we start getting more money, then we can do cooler things like more videos. My first Patreon level, if we get $500, we can start posting this as a podcast as well, so you can listen. And so if you don't have time to always watch these and you want to listen to it, you're a podcast listener, I'm recording all these. I just don't have the time and the money I don't have the time to edit the audio myself, and I don't have the money to hire somebody right now. But if you guys help out on the Patreon, then maybe we can do that and do more stuff.